How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG was able to post a nice green day for us. I was saying if we were able to close above $3.16, we would look really damn good. And look what happened today. We ended up closing well above that. Of course, I want to make sure you guys have a game plan going into tomorrow. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.29, being up 12.67%. On the low, it tested $2.89, and then on the high, testing $3.38. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 46.087 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 89.031 million shares. So we did have below average volume, but we saw some strength inside of the stock. We actually had more volume than we had on the Friday. So now when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below it is at 51.55. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day. But like I said previously, we are above the 50-day and the 21-day EMA, and we wanted to close above these two major moving averages, which was why I was saying above $3.16, and we closed at $3.29. So things really do get interesting, and what I want to see as far as BBIG continuing this bullish move is seeing if it could reach this level right around 350. I talked about this in the previous video as well. If we get past 350, this is where I'm going to be looking for a big pop to see where we do around the 380s, and then essentially getting to the psychological area right here around $4. We know how key this is. Breaking through that $4 level and getting above that 200-day will give us that bullish reversal that we are looking for, and I can see a lot more traders wanting to jump into the play. Now, if we end up having this as resistance right at $4.14, I wouldn't be shocked either, but like I said, having buying pressure will help. If we end up having a pullback, because we know for the past 2 trading days inside of the market, it has been very strong. You can see BBIG, we have a higher low. So if we pull back, I want to see us hold up at least the $3 level, which is right around the 50-day at $3.04. That wouldn't be too bad, because then we could just consolidate and then get ready for that next move up to get past 350. So let's see how it performs going into tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. So as we scroll down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we're going to take a look at the recent filings for January the 31st. So we have Invesco Pure Beta MSCI USA Small Cap ETF that purchased 758 shares. And then when we take a look now at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 45.22%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 6 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 60,000, updated 16 minutes ago. And then for the short ball fee rate, it is at 97.93%. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume for the close of the 27th, it was at 53.54. And then for the close of the 28th, being at 45.22. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the numbers will be later on in the evening. But by taking a look at that short borrow fee, anyone that wants to short BBIG is paying a hefty fee, and this is why I know the short volume is going to continue to be high. So now let's get into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow it's at 29.76, and then on the outflow it's at 32.11. So we ended up having an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 1.75, on the medium it was 21.68, and then on the small it was 6.33. Taking a look at the outflow side, we could see on the large it was 1.59, on the medium it was 23.84, and then on the small it was 6.68. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for today, January 31st, being that inflow at 165.08, and we have been seeing inflows for the past 4 trading days. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it is at 33.80%. So again, we're used to seeing a high turnover ratio from BBIG. There's a lot of traders that are inside of the play, and there's also many people who are taking profits, and also there are many who have been probably holding on to positions when they fumbled into the play earlier, and once they saw it pop, they're like, hey, I got an opportunity to sell. But one thing that is still clear, we still have demand in the market for BBIG shares because we had a lot more volume that we had on the Friday. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG in regards to the price action, like I said in my previous video, I wanted to see the stock close above $3.16. Since we closed at $3.29, if we end up having a pullback going into tomorrow, I want to see us hold support right at $3. We want to see higher lows from this stock. This will give us a bullish signal. If we end up breaking through that $3 level, then of course we want to see if 290 and as well as the high 280s can actually hold. We also need to pay attention to the market conditions. I've been saying this a lot in my BBIG videos. If you see a lot of strength going on inside of the tech sector, this is great because it does bring demand overall. More people are going to be more willing to buy when they see stocks that are running up. Again, this is a continuous trend when it comes to retail investors. They're only interested in buying in stocks when they see the prices racing up. But also this gives us the opportunity to take advantage of it. What we want to see from BBIG is getting to that $4 level. This is very key because I feel that more buyers will step in if there's strength inside of the stock. So if we have that weakness inside of the market, again, you're going to see some selling that's going to be happening. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. And also taking a look at that short borrow fee rate being just under 100%. So what this tells us, for short sellers, they are paying a hefty fee to be vested in BBIG. So knowing this, this is why you see a lot of volatility in price. And if we have a continuation of more volume coming into the stock, which is the buying pressure that we are looking for, that's where we can see that strong pop. I know there was a recent news that came out saying that it is a short squeeze candidate, but of course, if you've been watching this channel long enough, you already know that. So again, let's see some more strength in regards to volume. That'll be essential. Plus, on top of that, paying attention to those key levels like I spoke about. So add this to your homework and as well as your due diligence, and just know if BBIG can gain momentum above $3.50, things can get interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll be talking real soon.